So I've changed it up a little bit, that way I don't directly give away any answers, but I wanted to make a video to help you through this problem. So it should be really similar. I should be doing almost the same types of steps, just with your numbers, except you see I switched the width and the length. But a rectangle has a perimeter of 90 centimeters. So I can stop right there and I can say I need 2 lengths plus 2 widths of the rectangle, and that should equal 90, because that's the perimeter. The outside dimensions all added up. And then they tell me something about the width. The width is, so we can use equals for is, because it's saying it's equivalent to something. It is 2 centimeters more than, so that means 2 plus, then twice the length. So this is how I would write twice the length. The width is 2 centimeters more than twice the length. So without even looking at the rest of the problem, I've got 2 equations that I was able to create based on this information. And so part A says, write the equation for P in terms of L and W. So that's almost exactly what I did up here, except they don't want us to plug in perimeter yet. You're supposed to just use the letter P. Okay, so I won't go any further than that. I've pretty much given it away, but for part A, you're just supposed to write an equation for P in terms of L and W. So the perimeter is 2 lengths plus 2 widths. Part B, use the relationship given in the problem. Write an equation for W in terms of L. That's what I did when I translated that second part. You'll do something similar with your problem. Solve equations from part A and B. I wonder if the person who made this intended not to say solve your equation for write an equation for P. I wonder if they intended this up here, because you need that for part C. Look, we've got 2 different equations and 2 variables. The only way we can solve them is by somehow combining the 2 equations. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this top equation, but instead of W, I'm going to put 2 plus 2L, okay? Because that's what W is equal to. Sorry. 2 plus 2L here. Okay, so instead of W, I put 2 plus 2L. And now I can solve that equation that can help me find the length, and then I can come back and find the width. So distribute that 2. 2 times 2 makes 4. 2 times 2L makes 4L. 2L plus 4L makes 6L. We can subtract that 4 from both sides. And then we can divide 6 from both sides. So I made this one up. It might have a fraction for an answer. I think it does, yeah. So if I divide 6 from both sides, I'm going to get L is 86 over 6. But the top and the bottom are even, so I'll divide the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. So 43 thirds centimeters would be my answer for my length. You could use a decimal approximation. I think that'd be fine too. And then to find the width, I can go back into this equation for the width and plug in what I know the length is supposed to be. What was it, 43 over 3? Okay, so when you do 2 times 43 over 3, you can make the 2 into a fraction. Multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom, so we get W is 2 plus 86 over 3. And again, it's not divisible, so you'd have to convert this if you want to keep it as a fraction. I don't think it's necessary, though. If you want to use decimal equivalents, I'm okay with that for the discussion. So 2 is 6 thirds is what I did there. That way I have common denominators. And 86 plus 6 makes 92 over 3. So there's our other answer. The width is 92 thirds, and the length is 43 thirds for my problem.